Okay, we've got a question here about vasectomies. Just read this off my screen. I've got a question here. A guy called Chris wrote me on a vasectomy support group. Now, this is 5 reasons why you should not get a vasectomy. Now, I'll answer some of Chris' questions first, but the first one is, what if you get a vasectomy and then change your mind? All right, so you get a vasectomy and then you change your mind. You might have to do a vasectomy reversal, you know? Now, what if you have kids and change your mind? You know what I mean? What happens if you have a kid or kids and change your mind? What happens if you get some chick pregnant and you're like, geez, I don't want to be locked down with her for the rest of my life and have a kid with her because she's going to get postnatal depression, or she's going to change, or she's going to gain 20 or 30, 50 kilos, or just, yeah, who knows? Who knows? And likewise for the girl, she might, hang on, this guy getting me pregnant, oh, now he's drunk, violent, alcoholic, oh my God, like this isn't who he was before we had kids, this, oh, get me out of here. So it goes for both men and women. So if you but what happens if you have kids? You can press the reset button, can't you? It's just a video game. If you have kids and regret it, you just send them back for warranty. You call up Amazon and say, hey, I've had some kids with someone I didn't want to have kids with, or I've had kids and I regret it, I've had kids, I'm not ready for it, can you please take them back? And Amazon will send you in a box, put your kids in your box, you ship them back to Amazon warehouse, and they go somewhere else, you know? Or they end up on a YouTube unboxing video. So that's what happens. If you have a vasectomy, that's what people ask you. You're going to have a vasectomy. What if you regret it? What if you have kids and regret that? Anyway, let's get to the serious part of the video. So Chris here has said he's read a lot of horror stories about vasectomy. A lot of people experience negative side effects. You know what the truth is? There's a lot of trolls out there. You know, there's a lot of, you know, can we call them weirdos, or I don't know. There's people out there who want to sabotage. They want to make up stories. And like, yeah, I've had a vasectomy and then both my balls dropped off and my dong shrunk from 7 inches down to like half an inch. Like, all this nonsense out there. I've had pain the whole time and post-vasectomy pain syndrome. Alright, there's a lot of trolls out there that absolute troll hard on forums. All right, this is how it is. Now, the vasectomy is a very, very controversial, I don't know why, but it is a very, very controversial topic. When you mention vasectomies, it's like mentioning sugar. Oh my God, like, oh, you know, people get really like, whoa. No one's like, oh yeah, vasectomy, cool. They're like, vasectomy, like, but they're going to cut your balls off. Can you still ejaculate? But you're gonna get a vasectomy. So that means they slice your penis off, innit? Like, people just have no idea what's involved with vasectomy as such. It's a 10-minute surgery, super minimal, super recovery. I use no painkillers afterwards. I use no ice or anything like that. Don't put ice in your testes, guys. Ice in your testes kills your Leydig cells. Your Leydig cells produce testosterone. They make you feel like a man. Like, you want to look after your Leydig cells. Don't put ice in your nuts, man. That's just the dumbest thing ever. But it reduces the swelling. Swelling is a sign of recovery. All right? I don't know about you, but after surgery, I want to have recovery. Ice doesn't promote recovery. It reduces swelling, reduces your psychological symptoms, okay? You don't worry about that. You don't need, I mean, like, and then the ice makes you in pain, and then you take painkillers. You know, it's just stupidity. Stupidity. I didn't use painkillers post-vasectomy. Like, after the operation, obviously I use anesthesia. Local. Some people use general anesthesia for vasectomy. I'm like, man, you are a freaking beta pussy. It's minimal. So I wouldn't call it pain. I'd call it slight discomfort. Awkwardness a little bit. You know, it's mostly mental. It's not pain. You know, running a PR 5K, that's pain. You know, doing, 1,000 reps of bench press in an hour, that's some pain. This isn't pain. Vasectomy is not pain. It's slight discomfort. So yeah, it's just people just talking, trolling hard. And I know because I've had a lot of people get vasectomies under my recommendation. A lot of men the last 15 years, okay? So I've spoken to a lot of men, and not a single one of my friends has reported any real issues post. The biggest problem that I've ever heard was physical problem, pain-wise, was if you're hanging around a hot chick, she's really arousing you, and you don't bust a nut, you can get a little bit of back pressure, like a little bit of blue balls. But that happens if you got a vasectomy or not, you know what I mean? The first time I got blue balls back in '99, I was just like, you know what I mean? I was like, what's going on? And I'd bang up my mate, Brooksy, and he's like, dude, you just got to clear the pipes. And I was like, what? Well, that sounds a bit weird. And he's like, dude, just do it. So I did it, and I was like, instant relief. But I remember just being in mad pain. I was like, what's going on? What's going on with my little nuts? So just clear the pipes, instant relief, and it's good to go. So that's what could happen. But that can happen to any guy with vasectomy or no vasectomy. You can get a bit of blue ball. But again, just bust a nut, clear a pipe, you're good to go. Good to blow. Another one is one guy experiencing pain during sex. Yeah, if you got to let yourself heal. So putting ice on your nuts, you know, going to the gym, lifting weights, not letting the recovery process going on, and then having sex in a few days or whatever. Like, you got to let yourself heal, man. Right? Don't be picking at your stitches, rubbing barbecue sauce on your nuts and letting the cat. What are you doing, man? Come on, you got to recover from surgery, people. Recover from surgery. One guy experienced bleeding from during ejaculation. Again, like, is this a troll? I've never ever heard of that. Doesn't mean it's never happened, but like, why would you bleed during ejaculation? Maybe the guy had full-on chlamydia, man. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what's going on there? So, horror stories. Like, most horror stories are just trolls. Two, the genuine horror stories aren't given the full context, you know? Like, one guy's got a hernia, and I'm like, dude, you had the hernia from your poor lift. You're doing CrossFit. It wasn't your vasectomy, mate. It was from CrossFit. Just stupidity. Now, what I can tell you, you can read it on the little forums and the internet, and the trolls, they never got a face to it. It's always some weird account. I can tell you with first-hand experience, hundreds of guys have had a vasectomy after watching my videos. They've come to my festivals. I know heaps of people with vasectomies. No one's ever reported any real issue. Does it hurt after the procedure? No, it doesn't hurt, man. You know, what hurts is putting ice on your ball sack. That is stupid. Ice? You know? You ever jumped in a pool when it's cold, or a lake when it's cold, and you're like, oh my God. That's pain. Why would you put ice on your balls? Your boys don't want coldness on there, dude. What are you doing to put ice on there? Listen to your nuts. Don't put ice on them, man. I'm going to put frozen peas in there. Like, you can go and damage your testicles if you want. By all means. Your balls, your choice. Damage them if you want by putting ice on them. Do that. Wear tight pants. Restrict your blood flow. Do that if you want. Sit on a bike saddle that's not supporting you, like your sit bones properly, compressing your do that if you want, alright? If you want to make yourself impotent and have less sexual enjoyment and less sexual, do that if you want. But what's the point of getting a vasectomy, which will enhance your sex life drastically, and doing all these things to minimize your pleasure, increase your, like, how stupid is that? It's like going for a bike ride to improve your health, and then you're taking risks on the downhills. Like, what are you doing, man? I'm going to eat healthy so I can ride my bike better, and then I'm going to go full gas in the downhills, or like go so fast if I've got a front wheel blowout I couldn't pull it up. Yeah. Come on, man, this is dumb. What are we doing? So there we go. That's the truth. Let's talk about the real things the doctor won't tell you about vasectomy. Anyway, if you do want a vasectomy, there's a great guy, a great surgeon, and his daughter as well. It's a father-daughter team, vasectomy team. Vasectomy Dream Team. Google Dr. Snip Australia. All right? I did a podcast interview with him while I was away a few years ago. Dr. Snip in Australia. I've sent a lot of men to Dr. Snip. Every single one reports enhanced quality of life afterwards. The wives thank me. The girlfriends thank me. The mistresses thank me. The side chicks thank me. You know what I mean? Everybody thanks me. Dr. Snip. Go see him. If I lived international, would I fly to Australia to see Dr. Snip? I would. Do you have to? No. Can you right now? Because of the corona nonsense? No. But would it be worth, if you lived in California, going to see Dr. Snip, putting it off? No. Get your vasectomy. Maybe call Dr. Snip and ask him if he has any recommendations of surgeons in your area. Okay, so Dr. Snip, world authority. There's a great documentary called The Vasectomist. Fantastic documentary. Dr. Snip features in that. It's just do it, man. You know, but find a surgeon who's experienced. Okay, not all surgeons are good, man. There's a lot of dodgy surgeons out there. A lot of dentists are dodgy. Mechanics are dodgy. Dentists, surgeons, doctors, etc. are just humans. There's good ones and not so good ones, okay? So go and find someone who's legit. I would say start with Dr. Snip, you know. Dr. Snip, he's your world authority. He would have some contacts around the world, I'm sure. But yeah, that's the deal. Get it done. It is the best thing. The sex is fantastic. Like, oh man, my girlfriend Natasha, she's 22. She's in this video here in the GoPro in the bikini, and she doesn't want to have kids. She's a kid. She's only 22, man. 22. That's so young. You know, when she first came to my place, she was 18. 18. That's like, why would you want to have kids at 18? I mean, some people do. I'm not saying, I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, you're still a kid, man. Like, live. And even if you want, let's say you're 40 and you're like, I want to have a kid. Oh, my hormone clock's ticking. Great, my hormones are ticking too. But having kids in 2020, I don't know. I could be wrong, but with 380,000 kids born every day today around the world, 380,000 kids born every day, and we're going into more and more chaos. Can you imagine the economic fallback we're going to have from Corona? It's just starting, man. It's just starting. So I just try and keep it real here. People are, oh, you're so negative. You're so pessimistic. I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it absolutely real. I like fun. That's why I have a vasectomy. I like the easy life. I like the fun life, the nature life, the sex life, the good life. Natasha, she's going for a walk now to go get some fruit. And, it's just like that. Kids should live like that, man. Have some freedom and some fun. Not have to birth control. I'll just put on the pill. Birth control for your woman. When you're on the pill, you shut down your testosterone completely. Just zip. The woman has, pretty much zero testosterone when she's on the pill. Okay? Pretty much zero testosterone. The pill shuts down. This is not some conspiracy health woo-woo nonsense. This is medical fact. Ask any endocrinologist who's worth their salt. Does the pill shut down testosterone production in women? Yes, it does. So your woman now doesn't have enough testosterone in her body, so she can't burn fat, she can't build lean body mass, she can't have her proper natural feminine sex drive, she can't get super horny, she can't orgasm as deeply and as properly and as satisfyingly as she should and deserves. The pill, stuff that. The Mirena IUD, stuff that. Copper leaking into your bloodstream. What the heck are we doing to women's bodies? Get the snip, boys. Bust it balls deep. Just like you want to, just like your woman wants to. That's just the reality. That is the reality. And then women are like, I would love my boy to get a vasectomy, but he won't. He will. You just have to ask him nicely and just say, hey, I'll tell you a story. I had an ex-girlfriend, Freely Banana Girl, a name I gave her. And, when we first got together, because I had my vasectomy in 2005, and I'm sure we've told this story. Freely's even told this story at the moment on her channel. So it's all good. When I got my vasectomy, it was 2005. And then Freely and I got together in 2007. And she's like, I want to have kids one day. And I'm like, great, you can do that. I got a vasectomy. I ain't having kids. And anyway, so after a while we were together and having a vasectomy, she's like, well, this is actually pretty good. I feel this is good. Because you can orgasm properly. Women love to orgasm. That's how it is. So that builds the quality relationship. So... and it makes sex more motivating for women because they're like, well, I can get something out of this extra as well. So eventually we split, went different ways, and then I hooked her up with a friend of mine, Robin, because he's a good guy, and I thought, they'd be a good couple. So I set him up, as Cupid I am, and I was like, Robin, just give a vasectomy, and he's like, oh, no, I'm not getting a vasectomy. He's like laughing at me, like, no, not getting a vasectomy. And then a week later, he did, or 2 weeks later, he did. Because Freely made him. Now, what did she do? Did she grab him by the neck and say, get a vasectomy? No. She would have been smooth and calm and say, hey, blah, blah, blah. She paid for it. He did it. Women, your man will get you a vasectomy if you tell him what time it is. Right? It's not about putting your hands on your hips and going, being a nagging mum. It's just saying, look, we can't have sex until you get a vasectomy. And then when you can, life's good. Every guy will do that. If he doesn't, next. Oh, but what if I can't find, women, set your standards a little bit higher than the dust on the ground, all right? Dust on the ground won't get a vasectomy. Go to dirt, and then go to tiles, and then go to marble. Set your standard a little bit higher. Your man will get a vasectomy for you unless he's the dirt under the dirt, all right? And then he doesn't care about you. He's like, whatever, you know. So if your man won't get a vasectomy, and he knows about the full things. You know, some guys think vasectomy means testicular removal. Some guys think a vasectomy means you remove your penis. Like, educate the man what a vasectomy is. It's a 10-minute surgery, maybe 15 minutes. Your little vas deferens get a little snip, put back in there, you're good. You still bust the same, you get hard the same. I'd say you can get harder because you got less stress, and you're like, let's hit it. You know, let's hit it. I would say sex is definitely better. Sex drive for me, enhanced. Sexual sensitivity, feeling, etc. Everything is enhanced post-vasectomy because you're just more relaxed, guys. I don't know about you, but I was always like, oh man, I don't want to get this chick pregnant. I don't want to get any chick pregnant. And I was always having that in the back of my mind, man. Just like yesterday, I'm going down the hill, going pretty fast. I'm like, ugh, you know, I just should wash off a bit of speed, you know, because I'm going a bit too fast. What if a kangaroo jumps out? What if I get a front wheel blowout? I'm going down, it's a wet road. I'm flying down this mountain in the wet road. I'm like, just back it off, Hales, just back it off. I wanted to go full balls deep on the climb, downhill, but I'm like, just dude, back it off, back it off. Wouldn't it be nice, though, if I could fly down the mountain, full gas? I've got skills. I know how to handle a bike. I've been racing odd for 23 years. I've done Mount Lofty a zillion times. Wouldn't it be fantastic to be able to go full gas down there with no risk of crashing and just have that totally eliminated? That would be fun. But that's never going to happen because that's not reality. But with vasectomy, you can remove that stress. You can remove that risk. You can remove that fear and just enjoy the moment. All right? You can never do that on a bicycle because if you do that, that's when you have a big crash. Kangaroo jumps out. You know, 7-foot kangaroo jumps out. You're doing 60 or 80k an hour. It's like, bye-bye sayonara, you know. Front wheel blowout. Bit of oil on the road. You know what I mean? What if? What if? I live with the what if thing. It's not being a hypochondriac. It's just about being prudent and smart because I don't like hospital food. And I prefer being out and being productive in society in my job. So I don't take risks on the downhills like I used to. I've seen too many people die. But again, that's a vasectomy, man. It's the best thing ever. It's the best investment you ever do. You'll save hundreds of thousands of dollars. Kids ain't cheap. Oh, I've already got 3 kids, Harley. Great, get a vasectomy, and then you still save money because you won't have the 4th kid and the 5th kid, etc. You know, it's just get it done ASAP. I've had friends who are like, yeah, I'm going to get it done, I'm going to get it done, and then bang, they got sperm jacked. Now they're daddies, now they're paying child support, or they're locked down, and the wife. Things change, man. Women change. Men change after childbirth, right? Most women are like, wow, he's going to be the best daddy. He's a party fuckboy now, but he'll be good with some responsibility. And the guys is thinking, oh, you're pregnant. Oh, cool. Oh, I guess she'll be a good mum. She probably wants it. And then she got postnatal depression. Her body changes. Her hormone changes. She takes that out on you. You don't know how to respond. And then you're like, insanity, man. Insanity. I'm yet to meet someone who's had kids and their relationship was better, right? Versus forced to be better because, like, well, we're in the shit now. Let's just try and make this work. I don't know anyone who's had a really, really good parenting experience. It's tough as heck. It's so tough out there. You see on Instagram all this smiley stuff. Hey, Ellen Fisher in Hawaii. Let's eat bananas. It's not like that, man. That's on Instagram world. Reality is tough, man. It is tough. And the more conscious you are as a parent, the tougher it is. Because it's a crazy society out there. What future do kids have in 20 years' time? If we've got all the lockdowns and craziness going on now, what future do kids have in 20 years' time? And people are like, Harley, I've got kids. This is really depressing. Okay, great. Get a vasectomy so you don't have to worry about it having any more. I'm just being totally real here. And you've watched this part of the video because you like real talk. I'm not here just to fake and like, hey guys, let's pop some Adderall, get high, and just talk about shit doesn't matter. Here to talk about real stuff, okay? Vasectomy, get it done. See an experienced person who gets good ratings. Dr. Snip is that person. His daughter, you know, also gets good ratings. But Dr. Snip, authority, you know, world authority on the vasectomies. I'm sure he would have a database of people he'd recommend if you live outside of Australia. But I've had people travel from outside Australia to go and see Dr. Snip so they can go bust balls deep. And it's the way to go. It is the way to go. So your boyfriend will do it. Your guy will do it. But most guys don't want to vasectomy. We'll find someone who is worth your time. Okay? Simple as that. Simple as that, man. Like, I select women in my life that meet my credentials, meet my criteria. And I don't waste time with women who don't. Doesn't mean those women aren't bad or whatever. It's like everyone has their preferences. Like here we go. We've got a titanium spork. I like the spork. I've got a fork on one end. I've got a spoon on the other. Some people laugh at that. It's titanium. It's super light. It just feels good in the mouth. Some people think that's dumb. That's cool. Everyone has choices in life. I like the spork. I like certain types of women. And certain types of women like me. It's compatibility, people. So you got to create your partner. You know, mold them into what you want them to be. And people say, oh, you just let people be. And it's like, yeah, but if I'm being a douche, I want people to call me up on that. You know, I want to improve. I want to keep getting better and better and better, and enjoy the moment and enjoy the process. Okay, so you got to be the person you want to attract, and you got to keep people, you know, in line, online. We all love being coached to some degree, you know. So there you go. That's the deal there. Bam. You know, get that vasectomy, and man, like, I don't know. I just can't stress it enough. I cannot stress it enough to the guys out there and girls as well. I can't. It's the most important thing for the environment right now. It is the best decision you'll ever make in your life. Vegan diet? Pfft, who cares about vegan diet compared to vasectomy? Like, a vasectomy is what really changed your life. Okay, especially if you don't have kids already. Now, vegan diet, that'd be number 2. You know, high carb, low fat, vegan, sugar, rice, fruit, all the good stuff. Ride your bike for transport, that'd be number 3. But vasectomy's number 1. Number 1 is vasectomy. Balls deep, guys. The only way to really enjoy life is balls deep. That's the only way to enjoy life. Live every day, every moment, balls deep. Just leave the nuts hanging out.